my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. Nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. Every time we kiss, can't get enough, baby. So come give me love, all of your love. Won't you love me till the morning, love me in the evening? You know what I want. All of your love. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. All of your love. Won't you love me like the last time, like our time was right now? Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning, love me in the evening. You know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. All of your love. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time, like our time was right now? Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning, love me in the evening. You know what I want. All of your love. If you lose and it's sad about it. Is it true you actually think of me as less than you? Just wish that I knew how something like that could happen. Maybe it's just in passing, 'cause nothing is everlasting, no. But like really though, how do you know that I can overcome all of the obstacles? She just looked me in the eye, said it's gonna be alright, 'cause I know that's how it goes. The only thing we know is that we change. Nothing's ever gonna stay the same forever. Forever. No, it won't, 'cause no one ever does. You just have to learn to trust whenever. Whenever. As blue as the sky above you. It's true that it won't end this way. If you lose and get sad about it, just know it's gonna go away. OD, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should light on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all up. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love. I've been feeling like the motherfucking man lately. Can't nobody do it like I can daily. Baddest in the lattice in the land. Body turn your nigga to a fanny up, fanny up. I made it where I'm at on my own.
Hold up, wait a second, I need to know your title. Turn around, I need a minute, are you anybody's wife yet? Keep holding my breath, since the day you left, can't get no rest, no, deleted all your photos, but they're still burning inside my mind. Threw away all your clothes, cause I didn't want anything left to remind me of us. Keep holding my breath, since the day you left, can't get no rest, no.
Waiting, there we go. Hello everybody, I hope you can hear me, hope everything's going extremely well. Now pull me over to the screen here so I can say hello to everybody. Hello YouTube, hello traders, hello everybody, hope everybody's going extremely well. Welcome to another live stream. Hope everybody's going well. As I just said, thought I'd just get in today and talk about the ABC strategy, the ABC and smart money concepts strategy. The reason I'm doing it on YouTube is because that way it gives us some documentation of how to set up your bots and things like that. And that way we can get back and find them a little bit easier than them getting lost on inside the Discord. I hope that everybody can hear me well. If you can, if you don't mind, just putting something in the chat, anything, where you come from or something like that. Yes, we can hear you, Vlad. Okay, thank you very much, Vlad. Great. Hi, David. Hi. Hello. Hi, Maxis. Hi, Vlad. Hi, Jeff. Hi Marco, I hope everybody's going well. Nice to see everybody again. Like I said, just going to jump in and talk about the indicator, what I've been updating, how the indicator's going, some of the strategies that I'm coming up with the indicator. Also connecting to bots, I'm starting to add the alerts in a more dynamic way, which was something that was requested, so we can get those Fibonacci levels and things like that inside the indicator. So as always, if everybody's going well, all is good, David. Yes, we can hear you. Hi, David. James. Hi, James. Hi from Scotland. Nice. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi. Hey, everybody. Nice to see everybody. Hi, Andy. Right, so yeah, so I'm going to get over to my computer over here and hopefully everybody can see, go through the normal sort of things where I give all of the good disclaimers and all of that, and then I'll get straight to looking at the indicator and how I've updated it recently. And then, like I said, we'll go through how to connect to bots and things like that. So as always, let me remove myself from the screen here. As always, I'm not a trading guru, not in the slightest, just a geek trying to debunk the markets using code and math. I debunk trading strategies. We've got about 50 of them at the moment. Currently, we're working on and have been working on for about 2 to 3 weeks the ABC strategy, which was by Kite Crypto, and then we've been adding a little bit more confluence with smart money concepts and things like that to make the indicator better. And it seems to be going extremely well. So that's the kind of thing that I've been doing. It says down the bottom here it's been streamed on YouTube and on Twitch. If I do go over to Discord at the end, if you do share your screen, please be careful because obviously it's been streamed here. So thank you for everybody for joining me. As always, thank you to everybody. Please don't hesitate to ask away questions. Vlad is in the chat. He'll help you if I don't see your questions. I have got your questions here up on the screen, so I will answer to the best of my ability any questions as we go along. Yeah. Hello everybody. And then at the end, I'm going to get Vlad in to chat. I'm going to call him on Discord. Hopefully that'll work, because that's where normally I end up with a lot of audio problems. We're going to give it a go to see if we can, and that way we're going to give away a treasure. So there's one of these hardware wallets, which we're going to be giving away at the end, which was kindly given to us by Trezor for a giveaway. They're hardware wallets where you can store your crypto on. I currently have a couple myself over here, as you can see. If you can see me, they're these things here. Which I've been using for quite a few years. They're very, very simple, which I think is probably their best point. That's not me trying to just set it, it's just because they are simple, and it was very nice of them to give it away to everybody inside of our YouTube channel. So thank you to them. Okay, so first things first, let's go through the indicator. So as I said, it's the ABC Smart Money Concepts indicator that I've been building over the past couple of weeks. I've been trading it manually for quite a few months now. I think it must be about 9 months. I say 7 months, but it's about 9 months since I started this DaviddTech journey. Been manually trading it, like I said, very much in the style of Kite Crypto, who I've followed for a long time. If you don't know who Kite Crypto is, he's a YouTuber, he's a trader really, but he does a couple of YouTube videos explaining his strategy, and it was one of the better ones, so I decided to code it, and it came up with something that looks like this here. Let me make these a bit smaller here. We'll look at them in a minute. So we come up with this this indicator, which we can see here, where we get the ABC patterns. Now the ABC patterns, for anybody that's just joining us, are pretty much double bottoms, where we're looking for a new high, this high coming down here, and pulling down to create a low, or this one would be where it would actually work it out, because it's an indicator, so it actually works out smaller ones inside it to get us a better opportunity. It would have found an ABC like that, and then it would look for an ABC, which would be this one here, which looks very much like a Wyckoff entry, where we're liquidating, pushing up and moving in the other direction. That wasn't the best example, unfortunately. I had to choose one of the not fantastic examples, but I'll go through a couple more examples afterwards. So I've been working on this indicator, which works a little bit different from all the other indicators that I've been building, because the other ones have been very much on math and calculations, RSIs, volume, things like this, as this completely works on market structure, breaks of structure. As you can see, we're making highs and lows, breaking structure, and as we reverse, we're creating a new low, which we can reverse. As price comes back above that low, we take an entry, which so the idea is that is the indicator. So today, like I said, I'm going to go through the new parts. Let me have a look to see if I have the Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, let me put the banner up there. You can join the Discord on discord.gg/DaviddTech, David with 2 Ds at the end. Come and join us. We're about 5,000 to 6,000 members now. So you can come and join us, talk about trading, come and see some of the results, and all of those kind of things. I generally post my results daily on the Discord. I try to post my results as often as possible. It's not in signals, because we've got this indicator that creates the signals for us, but we're just a bunch of members trying to find, like I said, a solution. We're looking for Confluence, looking for those kind of things together. Okay, cool. Hello, Prime Ops. Let's have a look at it, see if there's any questions. Hi from Latvia. Hi, Mavis. I have a question. I can't see your question, Prime Ops. So yes, the question is: possible to try the paid indicator before buying? There is no trial, unfortunately. It's a kind of it's a Patreon. The idea is that we're coming in and supporting. We're part of a community. It really isn't the indicator. It's the community. Yeah, so there isn't really any way of trialing it, unfortunately. Give us some settings to start off with. Yeah, sure. Right. Okay, Jeff. So this one is completely different to the previous kind of settings and strategy. It is very much like I said, an indicator, and I'll go through all of the features as I'm going through it, just to show features. But the settings that I have on the screen at the moment is pivot 10. The reason that I'm on pivot 10 at the moment is because it seems to be giving better results on the using some of the Confluence indicators that I'll talk about in a minute. But that's the only real thing that I've changed. I've left to fast. I've left the ABC to fast break. Fib levels are at 618 and 071. Should be 73, I think. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So it's pretty much the default settings. Can you please give us some? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so right, I'll go through the settings, the new features that I've been building. So go through the actual trading strategy first. Let me remove some of the Fibonacci levels off of here and things like that first. Divergences. I went through most of this last week, so I'm not going to go through every last bit of it, but just going to go through the basics of the strategy. So let me find some entries here. So the idea of the strategy, as I said, is it looks for higher highs, higher lows, and then eventually it finds the high that breaks below, and I've accidentally clicked that in the wrong place. So we're looking to create an ABC pattern. So we're going to create new highs and lows until the indicator detects a final high where it breaks down, then breaks back up, and then we take our entry. As you can see here, it has an entry with an ABC marked out with ABC. Our entry is just there. So we're looking to take an entry as price breaks down from this area here, which like I said, I've explained quite a few times now on the Discord. On here as well, so I won't go into mega amounts of detail. I'm not sure with me being on the chart, but everybody can see that. Yeah, so our entry is there. We tried to calculate where it would be tops and bottoms. There's lots of new features that I've been adding to try and find tops and bottoms. We have we take the high from here, and then I have added some Fibonacci levels, which takes the fib levels, which will help you to predict where it may end. Sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes it's gets you good entries and exits. Sometimes it may take you out slightly too early or a little bit late, but they're just predictions on Fibonacci. As you can see, this kind of trade would have been a 7.96 risk to reward. So that's a short, and on the long on the other side round we have longs, which are going to be the same sort of entry. We're looking for longs on the market. It's very much looks like a Wyckoff theory, where we're pushing down until we get to a level where we're hitting a seller's climax, and then we're pushing to create our spring, where we're liquidating all positions in this ABC pattern here, and we're taking our long, and as you can see, that would have been a great entry as well. Now obviously there are entries that are not as good. There's a lot of them that aren't that will obviously be stopped out because it can't be 100% trading strategy. But the great thing about this trading strategy is the size of stop losses, which are extremely small. Behind, is it too loud for anybody, or is it okay? Yeah, so that's how we get our entries. I hope that the music isn't too loud for anybody, because I can hear it in my headphones and I didn't realize. So let's we get our entries. So what I've been working on over the past week, I have been working on better detection for ABCs. There were a lot of ABCs that weren't detected. Now they are detected. All of them, I believe, are now detected, which means there's more entries. So we need to find ways of filtering out the bad entries. A couple of things that I've added are these things here. This here, which is make sure that the B, so the B would be obviously our high when we're looking for long positions, would be making sure that we're above that. The B is smaller than the 100 candle high. So what it does is it goes back, looks for the highest candle of 100 candles to make sure that we're below that, to make sure it's not one of these sort of patterns like this here where we could have had an ABC and this would have been the absolute high of 100 candles, and we would have got an entry and it would have been a fake entry, so that would have been able to filter that out. So it's to play around with that to see which time frame you're on to find out the best. The idea is in the long run to try and make it a little bit more dynamic and offer an automatic button here where it will look back to find the highs of the local area. Other than that, we have our Fibonacci's, as I said, that I've left on there for a while. You have your divergences for a little bit more confluence. I'm going to be integrating the divergences in a bit more integrated into the alerts in the future. So they're still there, so you can choose either using your MACD divergences. They show up on the chart with like a red line or a green line around here somewhere. If it would kindly load for me. As you can see, that's a divergence there as it dumps. So it helps to confirm whether we're looking in the right direction or not. We have fair value gaps, which I did a video about. Fair value gaps now also extend, so that they extend to be see if they're actually mitigated. They're not mitigated on here at the moment. So as we come down, we create bullish or bearish candles. As I said in the previous video, those fair value gaps, what they are is where price is pushed down too quickly in one direction, where making sellers or buyers orders not being met. So they're creating this great big gaps here. There's something that I absolutely look for when taking a trade on an ABC. We look for fair value gaps that haven't been mitigated, meaning they haven't been filled. A candle hasn't come up and touched those yellow boxes recently or at all, meaning that they're like I said in my video, they're like magnets. The price often comes back and tests these fair value gaps here. So okay. What I've done is I'll talk about the confluences in a second. You can also extend that, so they'll extend until they're mitigated and then they will be removed off of the chart. Let me just show you that if that decides to load eventually. So obviously they've been removed off the chart. The only one is there. There would have been one there as well, but that's something that I'm working on as well. We have order blocks. Order blocks I tend to look for as targets for my take profits, along with Fibonacci and things like that. When I'm doing a take profit, I'm looking for, if I was in a short here coming down, I'd look for an order block. This is this green area here for our take profits areas. When they're above, they'll be up above. There isn't any at the moment, but they're the same sort of blocks, but they'll be above, and they'll be also in the same light. They'll be the same sort of thing, looking for to take profit at those, or the Fibonacci. They often, like you can see on this one here, they often fall on Fibonacci levels. This one here is a red one, so this would have been an entry here, and you would have got all the way up here on the Fibonacci golden pocket, the yellow line here. As you can see, it hit perfectly the order block plus the Fibonacci, which just gives us that little bit more confluence as we're looking for our entries. Let me have a look to make sure that everybody is okay. Just see if there's any questions in the chat. All is good. Okay, currently I'm on 0.4, but you can only see 0.3 now. That's the version of the indicator. Yeah, I uploaded 0.4 this morning. You literally have to re-add it to your chart to get the update, and if it doesn't work, you press Control F5 on your browser, and that will refresh everything so that you can get the latest version. Can you make an indicator alone paid at this point? Can indicator alone paid at point? I don't know what that means, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay. Can you add BTC dominant cycle to the ABC screener? I certainly can have a look at it. Certainly, if it looks interesting, it certainly could help us. I will have a look at that. If you just drop it into Discord, there's a there's a thread on Discord that's called ABC improvements, I think it is. If you just drop it in there, I'm working my way through them all, as you can see. On this paper here, I have all of my tasks written down one by one that I'm trying to work through one by one to make this better. Okay, so that's mainly the questions for that. So I'll continue then. So we have, as I said, I've been through the fair value gaps. So they're added on there, order blocks. I'm going to remove them as I go along, just not to clutter too much the charts. Added today or yesterday, this area, which is the high of the day or the previous day or the low of the previous day, which gives us a range. Now that range gives us this area here and this area here. This was suggested by a guy called Chocolate in our Discord. What the idea is we're looking for a range, we're looking for an overbought and an oversold area. So as you might not be able to see on Discord, there's some grey lines there's a grey line just here, grey line just here, and another one over here. Now those green lines put us into anything that's below here is considered as oversold. So we could be looking for ABCs in this region here. Obviously, we'd be the more lower down, we've got more probabilities of working way back up. And at the top here, as we hit the tops up here, we could be looking for ABC patterns here for our entries as ABCs come back down over here. So that seems other indicators, and that seems to be quite a good solution for that. So that has been added to the indicator as well. Let me continue finding, right, okay, and then we've got our ABC Confluence here, which is a panel. We've also got liquidity. I'll just go through liquidity very, very quickly because I went through it the other day as well. Liquidity is our candles, recent candles, where price hasn't revisited those candles. The reason they're up there is it's where people would have put their stop losses and things like that, and when we're looking for the deposit man, or whatever you call it, is looking for big institutions or banks or whatever you want to call them, are looking for stop losses and liquidity in the market. They're obviously going to come down and liquidate those areas. So when there's a lot of red lines above me and I'm looking for a long, I'm looking for those fair value gaps, an ABC pattern, and lots of liquidity above us. That helps me to have confidence in what I'm about to trade. So they're the couple of things that I've added on that as well. So that's the basic parts of the trading strategy. If anybody's got any questions, as there's kind of a sort of a lag between me, what I'm saying, and what's going on YouTube, what I'll do is David, remember the in video phrase. Yes, absolutely, I will. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to put them into the comments if you've got any questions about the main indicator, and then I'll go on to moving to the confluence areas up here. Just going to have a quick drink very, very quickly while I'm waiting for any questions. So can I explain the confluence area? Absolutely, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to be talking about. Sorry, there we go. where is the ABC improvement page is. So if you go to Discord, let me pull Discord onto my screen. What you do is, got that, okay. You go over here, let me make sure that I've got nothing particularly important on the screen very quickly, just bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. Right, okay, so if you go over here and then you click active threads up the top here, I believe you can see my screen, yep, that's it, active threads up the top here, you'll be able to find it just in there inside Discord. And that way you can add any ideas that you've got, any ideas that you want me to add for Confluence. All of the Confluence that I'm about to talk about are Confluence that everybody else has been giving me as indicators to add to the strategy to try and find the best possible entries, etc. Now I've lost the chat. Right, there it is, okay. Do use 10 pivot on the 15-minute and the 2-minute. Currently at this very moment, I'm testing because, like I said to everybody this morning on Discord, I have paused my bot at this very moment. I'm going to put it back on tonight. I was doing a 1 hour, 2-minute trading strategy where I was looking at the trend of 1 hour and then taking trades on the 2-minute. Which was going well, very well. It went a bit sideways yesterday, went worse than sideways yesterday. It was going well until yesterday. I did have I had 14 wins and 4 losses. The 3 losses were, I think it might be even 5 losses actually now. They were in a row. So what I was doing is looking at this this new show range, the discount and premium area to try and get us out of the trades where I was actually taking longs at the time, but if we were actually moving way too close to the top or to the bottom, it would actually stop the bot from taking those trades. So that's a new thing that I'm going to be showing you in a second. But yes, I'm currently on the 10 pivot, but I will be testing that again. Lost your voice volume a bit, David. Oh, okay, sorry about that. It's probably because I turned it down to have a drink. Can you hear me better now? Turn off your music. There you go, the music's turned off. How can you tell the version of the strategy you have downloaded? Good question. If you go right to the very top up here, it's just there. Version there, and on the most recent one, I've also put it in a watermark at the bottom here, where you can see it just here at the bottom. If I do that there, that's it. You can see it just there on the bottom of the page. I know you can't see it because I'm on the page. There we go. Here, just here at the bottom of the page. Here we go, just there, you'll be able to see there's the version number, or just here at the top, here, you'll be able to see the version number. Music on, please. Don't turn off the music. Okay, I'm going to put it back on because I quite liked it myself. Hope it's not too loud. Can everybody still hear me? Good. And can everybody still hear the music? Okay. Perfect. Hopefully that everybody's happy now. Push your voice. I believe that everybody can hear me. The music's there and everything should be going good. Can you type the release version and add the release updates in TradingView? What I've done is I've created, can I add the updates in TradingView? What I've done is I've created a room inside Discord. It's called Announcements, and inside that Announcements channel, there's videos every time I add updates and written updates so that you can see exactly what's going on and how I'm updating, what I'm updating and things like that. The music is romantic. I know, it's just for the atmosphere to make everybody chill. Okay, right. I hope, well, the market's slightly dumping there. Okay. No too loud, not too quiet. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Fantastic. Okay, so, right. Let's go down to the Confluence area. Let's talk about this Confluence area. Okay, so this is the first version of the Confluence area. What I've done is I've created a area which is here, which is for ABC Confluence. It only works with the ABC patterns. So the idea is we're looking for indicators just like these ones here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Looking for these indicators here to try and find Confluence to take us out of any bad trades, for example, and stopping the alerts, so you won't receive alerts, and they obviously won't show on charts when they're considered a bad trade. So the idea behind it is you have a list of indicators, a couple that I've made myself, a couple of from other people, and the market is dumping quite a lot at the moment. We have the water auto currently wave trend in there. So the wave trend is the blue wave trend, which is in market cipher. We have a couple of settings for the wave trend, which I'll go over in a minute. We have water auto, as I said. We have the discount and premium areas. We have fair value gap meter, which I'll go through as well. This one here, I haven't really found great ways of coding it yet. What's happening is I'm trying to update the code. That one's obviously on for version 5 because it was me that, well, I've partially made it. It was based on another indicator, which is Smart Money Concepts B, which is this one here. And then there's the TSI. So yeah, we are having a lovely, good old big wick there. Okay, lucky I put that romantic music on. We have some indicators in there. So for instance, the fair value gap meter is one that I've made. What that does is it takes the fair value gaps that are above and below the current current bar, averages them out until they're mitigated, and then works out whether you're potentially in a bullish or bearish trend, or potentially a reversal. So when we're in the red, there's more fair value gaps being built below you. When you're in the red, the fair value gaps are being built above you, and the other way around when you're in the green. So the idea is that when there's lots of fair value gaps above you, you're taking longs, so you're looking for more fair value gaps, and that kind of works out an average of the number of fair value gaps above you, so that you can come back and see that those magnets, as I call it, would potentially bring the market up towards you. So it's a bit more Confluence. And then we had the Smart Market B, Smart Market Concepts B, which is this one here, which works out on a load of leading indicators like the TSI, the TSV. Also there is the Excange cloud behind, and it works out all of those to find out if there's potentially a buy signal, which is this blue dot or these green dots here. The wave cross is this one here, which is the blue waves off of market cipher. So these are all integrated into the actual indicator itself. So by choosing them here, you'll be able to remove trades that are potentially not good. So if I close down these here very quickly, pull these down here. Hopefully what I can do is bring this here, and I'll be able to activate a couple, and it may, if I'm lucky, remove a couple off of these trades off the screen if it's right. So there's a couple of options. We have look back. So look back means that it will look back, obviously, a number of candles, or look forward it won't be able to look forward, but wait a number of candles to see if the confirmation actually happens, because sometimes the indicators, the confirmation will happen after an ABC, or if they've already happened a couple of candles before. I'm currently set to 0. There's strict or separately, which I'm currently working on a very quick bug fix that I found today. But the idea here is we can either have the indicators working all together as a group, or one by one, and each of those ones could actually be a confluence. So if they're in a group, each and every one of them, so strict, each and every one of them will have to line up and have a green dot on each and every one of them to take that trade. If they're on separately, it means that any one of these 3 below could actually activate your trade with an ABC pattern. So we have the fair value gap meter. Now if I'm lucky, it will remove a couple of trades. There you go, remove that one there, which was considered a bad trade. And then we can add things like the discount and premium areas, so it will remove even more trades. So I hope you see the idea behind that. And the idea isn't only to remove the trades from the indicator, the screen. Let me have a look to make sure everything's okay. Remove yourself from the screen, David. Yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah, so the discount and discount, it's unfortunate I can't hear everybody. Adding the bottom indicator. Yeah, so I'll go through them and look in a second. The questions. So all of those means that they'll remove the trades, and most importantly, obviously, it won't send alerts, especially if you're going to be adding them to bots and the alert signals down here. So yeah, so that is the indicators there. We have a couple of options beside. Now the options beside means that the indicator will look back, but if an ABC crossover happens, so you're here, you have your ABC crossover, you're looking back. Number of look back will give you the number of candles it will look back. It will look back 12 candles now to see if the FVG meter is right, and as you can see, it's re-added those areas. The discount doesn't work particularly well with the look back, but it's there anyway. You can also do forward, so what happens is the ABC signal happens, and you can wait for X number of candles, 12 currently, candles, to see if maybe a crossover happens on the wave trend or something like that. Or you can do both, which means it'll do either or. If there's one before or after, it doesn't make no difference. The indicator will take that into consideration. So they're the Confluence. Right, let me have a look through a couple of questions over here very quickly. Can you upload the screen setup file just as a file? Can I upload the file? So you mean an Excel file with all of my settings? Yes, absolutely, I can, no problem. Crypto with Joe, I love you. Thank you very much. I love you too, mate. Also, might you consider adding the bottom indicator into the main indicators so that you show up the bottom? Absolutely, Joe. If you could just add that for me to the ABC improvements room inside of Discord. Like I said, I'll go through all of the ideas that you've given me, and I'm adding them as much as I possibly can. Go long. No, that wasn't me that's saying that. That's somebody in the. They see me. Gap has closed. Okay. Can you test the indicators as strategies to see which? Okay, there was a question about strategies. The reason this isn't a strategy at the moment is because on TradingView you have to wait for the candle close, and by the time the candle closed inside trading strategies, the unfortunate part is that the signal's already gone past for an ABC strategy. I did build an ABC strategy a long time ago, and we back tested it looking for Confluence. It's still on TradingView, you can still download it and use it. I do evenings occasionally. I've done 2 so far, I think it is, where I look for strategy settings, but they're never going to be absolutely perfect because unfortunately you're not getting as good entries as you would with the indicator alerts, because you're having to wait for that close and then the next candle that comes along, which puts you way too far away from that ABC, and obviously there's no way of confirming how far you are before taking that entry because the signal is already gone, meaning that it sort of it just doesn't give you those good entries. What I am working on is there is a way of creating a backtester in PineScript, a proprietary, if you will, backtester in where I'll put a table on here, very much like the DaviddTech table that I've got on all of my indicators, which will just give you the most recent setups for the most recent number of candles, and you'll be able to use the replay filter to be able to see how many wins in a row you've had, the win rate and things like that. So it'll be the same sort of thing as the backtester for TradingView, but it'll be on the actual page because it'll be part of the indicator. So that's something I'm working on as well, but like I said, I do evenings in the Discord where I go through looking through the Confluence on a strategy which could be potentially similar to this one, but as I said, the actual entry candle is a bit too far away, so it's not perfect. But yeah, Any plans to add harmonic patterns? Absolutely. There's. Do I think? First of all, do I think that the ABC is sufficient? I do believe personally that you can make a trading strategy so complex sometimes that nobody will ever trade it. I've been through it plenty of times where I've been looking for trading strategies and trading strategies and trading strategies, and ended up coming back to this one here, which was one of the first ones that I built. I loved trading this one, and like I said, I've been trading it manually for such a long time. I do believe, like I said, by potentially you can end up getting stuck in a bit of a circle, if you will, where trading you end up spending so much time back testing that you actually never actually really trade the strategy. But I am looking for as much confluence as possible on other indicators and things like that, because we're currently in the building process of this indicator, making it as good as possible. So I hope to find some things like harmonic patterns. I'm going to be adding some Elliott wave. I'm going to be adding the pivot lines here on much higher time frames to be able to give better confluence and things like that. So I'm certainly looking for ways to improve on it. There's lots of things that I'm going to be adding. Yes, I'm back. Have found the. I'm back. Have found the FVG indicator, which removes. Currently, this fair value gap indicator I have coded, and I put it on TradingView as I finished this live stream. The reason I didn't was because the code was absolutely just messy. Well, it wasn't messy, the code, it was the settings panel which was messy. So I was just giving myself enough time to clean it all up. Unfortunately, yesterday I decided to remove it off my chart and then couldn't find it again, so I had to remake it this morning. I suppose it's one of those things. Is there a way to hide the BOS and the zigzag lines? There certainly will be in the next version. I have it written down here. I was speaking to Mr. Wonder, which is one of our members who give us some absolutely brilliant feedback. He's very much into this kind of patterns and things like Elliott wave and things like that, and he asked me to build a kind of a focus mode where it removes patterns. Currently, if you want to remove the zigzags, you can just remove them by changing opacity to 0 there, and the same goes for the text and the breaks of structure, but I will add it as an option. Will these new features be added to the screener? Absolutely. Now the screener, if I'm bringing it up, I just added it a second ago again. Let me have a look here. If it loads, I'll just find another question. The screener is a screener which you can add any crypto to, crypto or any pair, as a matter of fact, to, and it will search for ABC patterns. You can do up to 35 patterns, 30 patterns, sorry, 30 pairs, sorry. You can go through 30 pairs, so it can keep on 30 pairs. And you need to set up those alerts once. So you can see up in the top there, I have actually added the top trending off of ByBit up there and myself at the moment, because they were pairs that I was trading. So yeah, they're there at the top there. So will I be adding them in all these features in the future? Absolutely. It'll be something that I'll be working on over the weekend with a couple of extra features for the pretty much on the same strategy, same sort of confluence. Unfortunately, things like this, the fair value indicator here, will be able to be added, but they'll only be able to be added to all of the pairs. You won't be able to choose certain settings for certain pairs inside of the screener. Can you do higher time frame? Oh, it went a minute. I lost the question. There was something that said, let me have a look. Any nice Confluence that has been proven or useful? The ones that have been extremely good and looked very good on back testing were the Water and the WT, which is the wave trend crossover by Lazy Bear. Is it Lazy Bear? Yeah, Lazy Bear. Those two there seem to be extremely good. Sometimes a little bit too strict. Personally, like I said, I trade fair value gaps and liquidity above me, which often gives me extremely good entries. Please remove the line, Mr. I saw Steve at the message, but I didn't see. Please remove the lines for Mr. Absolutely. There we go. Scroll down a bit. If I missed your question, please don't hesitate to copy and paste it again. Seems you don't have a box to input the API short and long. Yep, I'll look at that in a minute. Where do you get the Confluence indicators? They're all indicators that are free on TradingView. So if you want to do this completely free, you don't, like as I always say, you don't have to have this indicator in the slightest. You can create your own like ABC patterns very easily by manually drawing them. Things like the wave trend is free inside of TradingView, so you can use that as Confluence as well. That one there is the explosion version 2, which is this one here. You can add that for free to your chart as well. If you want to include it in the indicators, they're just going to drop down inside my one otherwise. Sorry, already answered the one connecting the screen to the wish list. Can you connect it to the wish list? Unfortunately, it's not possible. You have to actually choose your pairs one by one inside the list, and that's not the right indicator. You have to choose them one by one, and that will obviously go and connect to TradingView to choose the pair. But unfortunately, there is no way of automatically updating them inside the wish list. What's a good strategy that you could set and run? I hope this one. I've been testing it on lower time frames and that kind of thing. I'm looking to connect to, well, I have had mine connected to bots for 4 or 5 days. I think it's about 4 or 5 days. No, maybe it's 4 days. 4 days, and it was quite successful. And I hope that these areas will make it even better. Yeah. Can you say more about strategy, especially percentage of single trade and leverage? Yeah. Now, obviously, as I said at the very beginning, I'm not in the slightest a financial advisor, in the slightest, as you know. I just tend to stick to the rule of thumb of using 1% of my portfolio. I am somebody that's a bit stupid with the leverage, and I certainly do not suggest doing that in the slightest. There is a great video which I'll share at the end, which explains why leverage is a bad idea and where you can use it as a good idea. So that kind of thing I really don't want to explain too much, because like I said, it's everybody that's has their own personal opinion. I will share that video which explains where it is good to use leverage and where it's bad to use leverage. There's lots and lots of people sharing leverage platforms and things like that. You have to be careful, very careful when using leverage. Obviously, if you're new to trading, keep away from leverage. If you're a good trader and you know how to use leverage, obviously it can be a powerful tool, but obviously it's best to just to come into Discord, come and chat with everybody, and I'll share that link with everybody as much as I can to show you where it'd be a good idea, and where it's useful and where it's not useful, not good idea or bad idea. how can you explain how to connect to a bot? Absolutely, no problem. If you want to take profit at the kite, can it be done with endless margin? Yes, it can indeed. I will go through that in a second. I see you are in perpetual contracts. Don't you play with spot? That was the same sort of question as a minute ago. Like I said, personally, I'm a user of ByBit myself. That's just personal things. I do have Binance accounts, and I have, like I said, yeah. So that's just the way I like to trade. Do you enter bar close over the line? No, I enter as soon as I did the alert. I'll show you how to do that with the bots in a minute. What's your win rate and maximum? I tried to get trades that are above a risk to reward of 4 would be an absolute minimum. I generally try to aim for 5. The Fibonacci seems to pick up quite a few that are around the 3 to 4 mark. For instance, this one here, if we put it on the Fibonacci highs and then bring it down to the maximum here, this would have been a risk reward of 8, which would have been a trade that I had taken. I would have taken this one here, which would have been a loss as well, but they're very, very, very small. I mean, let me find the Fibonacci level, which would have been there. So you would have had a very small loss of 0.4. So as you see, 0.4, but you would have got an 8 risk to reward on this one. That's what I aim for personally. I don't mind having a trade in for a couple of hours, a bit longer even. Like I said, everybody has their own way of trading, has their own ways of preference of trading. For instance, a scalper might look for something on a 5-minute, which would have much maybe lower risks to rewards, but also smaller stop losses like these ones here. If I click on this one here, long position here, this one hardly has a stop loss in the slightest, and it would have been a winning trade. I mean, you really can't count that because it's hardly even got a stop loss. This one would have had a much bigger stop loss, so it could have been something that you don't trade. But another trade would have been this one here. You can either use the Fibonacci golden pocket or it's up to you. The golden pocket or the 7. Often they do extend to the 7. That one didn't. That one went to the golden pocket. That would have been a risk to reward of 1.22. Yeah. So let's see if I can find any other ones. That one wouldn't have got there. That would have been stopped out. I have no idea what I've activated as Confluence in this yet, but earlier I was going through them, and I've obviously added Confluence as I was talking to everybody. But the Fibonacci's, as you can see inside of Discord, they seem to work on some of these lower time frames. They seem to work very, very well. Yeah. Okay, some of the strategies offer different results to my settings. Now that comes from obviously this is not this indicator, it's some of the other indicators that I've made. The reason being is obviously there's lots of aspects that go into trading strategies. This is why I'm working harder on this one, and at the moment is because it seems to be much more universal when using these patterns instead of using things like volume and things like that. It depends what what exchange you're on. The volume inside of Binance or on Ethereum or on Bitcoin or on a Forex pair will be completely different to maybe my Binance chart. TradingView also have different. TradingView also have different. Sorry, I've lost my line of thought once again. Yeah, so TradingView have different packages, and in each package it has a different levels of a number of bars. If you have one of the larger packets, you'll be able to go back much further in data. smaller package on TradingView, of course, which would give you a very small pool of data, maybe 3 months, maybe a month, and that's why there would be a difference in different trading strategies. Now, will I be updating settings? I certainly will be updating the boilerplate, continuing with that. I've just given myself a couple of weeks, to continue building this one, as it seems to be one of the most profitable, well, I hope one of the most profitable indicators that I've been working on, and everybody seems to be extremely happy building this in the Discord, so it's something that I decided to put some extra time into. I noticed that Kite doesn't trade below 4 hour. Have you traded this on higher time frames? Yeah, absolutely, it works on higher time frames as well. Kite actually works on the 15-minute. I actually spoke to him a while ago. He's on the 15-minute. He said that he's on a 4K monitor, which gives him the possibility of better seeing the charts, and he works on the 15-minute, as a matter of fact. Well, that's what I believe. Obviously I'm not Kite, so I'm not 100% sure, but when I spoke to him a bit, that's what he said. But if you go on to the 1 hour, I'll go on to the 4 hour afterwards. If you go on to the 1 hour, as you can see, the entries are actually even better on the 1 hour than they are on lower time frames. We have an entry here which would have given us a stop loss of just about 1.7%, and we have some absolutely excellent entries up here as well. Stop on this one here. That stop loss is just there, and on the higher time frames it works just as well. There we have 11 risk to reward. There we have a 4.24 risk to reward on that one there. 4 hour, let me go over to the 4 hour. I haven't checked the 4 hour on the most recent update, but it's worth giving it a go. Seems to give the same sort of entries as the other one. That one seems to be would have been a win. Yes, that would have been a win. That one would have been a loss. We would have had a reversal here, had a loss there. Seems like it might work a little bit better on, but then again, you can also change the pivot, so maybe on a pivot level it would be better. But certainly does seem to work on higher time frames. I used to personally trade on the 1 hour myself. And the reason that I've been testing a lot on the 15-minute is that it seemed to be exceptionally good on the 15-minute. Do you enter with market or limit orders? Currently I'm working on market orders. I did say to everybody that I would also test during the week sometime limit orders as well. Obviously with bots that makes it a little bit harder. You must use, that was Vlad, thanks Vlad. Okay, so I think I've gone through most questions. Let me have a look at adding these bots. Right, so what I'm doing at the moment is personally I tested on percentages for bots because it was something that I could do quite easily to test. I did it on the 2 minute. I think that the stop loss and the take profit was 0.4 for a stop loss and 0.6 if I remember rightly. I have had put that information in Discord as well. Put it onto bots because it was good for testing on bots. But recently I've been adding the same sort of alerts area here to the bottom of the bottom of the indicator. This alerts area here will allow us to be able to add the Fibonacci levels. So if you aren't familiar with DaviddTech indicators, we have a panel of placeholders. If you go to DaviddTech/placeholders here, you'll be able to see all of the placeholders that you'll be able to use. These placeholders are automatically replaced sorry for anybody's eyes on this great big white screen. You'll be able to use these placeholders inside of your indicator. Then if you go up to the top here and you're part of the DaviddTech, you'll be able to use the DaviddTech bot, which is actually endless margins bot. You'll be able to use either the static bot, which will allow you to use for percentages, or you can use a automatically generated bot here where you add your ByBit keys here. You'll be able to add, I'll just add some fake data here, market order here. We can exit on fixed amount. So I'll go through very, very quickly what I'm doing. I'm setting up the bot here so that it will be able to tell a middleman service. Middleman service connects you from TradingView directly to ByBit. This one works only on ByBit at the moment. It's part of the DaviddTech with endless margin. It helps you to set up, it's a generator of code, so it helps you to set them up quite easily. So your buy leverage, you set your leverage here, so I'm going to put like 10x leverage here. Your sell leverage would be there. Cancel after X number of time of not fulfilled orders. You can choose your isolated or cross margin. I'm leaving on isolated here. Yeah, so that will give you all of the information that you need there. You can also stop it if your balance on USDT is below. I'm just going to leave that exactly as it is. So this is giving you the code that you're going to have to copy and paste into TradingView for it to be able to create an alert between TradingView and your bot and ByBit or whatever you're using. Can everybody see? I guess that I'm on the chart. Maybe I should remove myself off the chart here. So you get this code here. This will give you 4 codes here. You'll be able to have your API entry, your API exit, your entry, and your short, long, the first ones, and these are for shorts over this side. The only ones that are interesting to us for the ABC is the entries, because inside of that entry you actually have already your entry and your take profits. It's single take profits at the moment. I will look at adding multiple take profits in the long run, but what happens here is, sorry, I've just scrolled off the page there. The total full long take profits will either be a percentage or the Fibonacci levels. I will also add a lot more options as we go along. So you literally copy this code, you go over to the DaviddTech indicator and you add it here. So you just copy and paste it in here. You do the same thing for your shorts. You go here, you copy and paste that over to here as well, like that. That will give you the shorts and longs. That will then be replaced, and then you literally have to tell the indicator to set up alerts with endless margin. So you click here on the 3 dots next to it. You add alert to smart strategy. Sorry, I'll go again because I didn't say that very well. You go here. I believe that I have a. Wait, there we go. Right, we have a way of, you click here, add alerts, smart money plus ABC beta, and then you choose where you want your alerts to come up. It would either be on bear or bullish. You just have to do the same thing for both of them. Fortunately, in a strategy, in a what do you call it, in an indicator, you have to do it for both. You press click here to copy web URL. I will actually work out a way of making that so there's only one for the bots. I'll call it something like ABC bot. So there's one. Didn't think of that before. And you copy and paste it in here. As you see, I've also been testing a lot of other services out there that I will talk about in a minute. Copy and paste that URL. So you click this blue button here, which will give you a URL. That URL is your URL to connect directly to Endless Margin. He set up a server which is very close to the exchange, so he gets the best possible entries. You press create at the bottom here and that will create an alert, and as soon as an alert happens inside that indicator, it will trigger an order on ByBit. Like I've said inside of the Discord, I'm helping this platform as much as I possibly can to try and get the absolute best fast entries. Trying to make it as simple as possible for everybody to be able to use. I want to make there's plenty of platforms I'm going to go through in a minute that will do exactly the same. I don't want to do all of the Confluence and all the things like that. The ultimate thing that I want for this platform is it to be as quick as possible, and that's it. It'll connect directly to TradingView, and it'll take those entries as quick as possible. But if you're looking for something that will give you maybe a bit more confluence, you can either use things like TradeLab AI. TradeLab AI will give you absolutely fantastic entries as well. They'll give you fast entries. What I mean is they'll give you fast entries as well. But you'll be able to also find confluence maybe with social media or news outlets and things like that. So the trigger will be sent directly from TradingView in exactly the same way. They'll give you code to copy and paste into those areas that I said earlier, and then you'll be able to cross-reference it with maybe some social media posts or things like that. Wunderbit is one that we've tested a long time ago. Wunderbit's just very, very user friendly. Alertatron seems extremely good as well. I've been using Alertatron for a long time. If you're a bit of a coder and like to do things yourself, like trading stop losses and things like that, Alertatron is certainly a very, very good platform as well. So they're alternatives to connecting your bots. Like I said, the one that I've worked with is Endless Margin to try and get the quickest entries with the most simple platform. So I'm going to make this as quick and easy as possible. So if you want to use that, all you have to do is go up here and click DaviddTech bots up here on David.tech. So it's David with 2 D's at the end, .tech, and then you just go up the top here, connect yourself, and then click the bots at the top there. So that makes it very, very easy. That update will be this evening. So you have these bots here. You don't actually need that if you're using something like Wunderbit or things like that. If you're using percentages, sorry, not Wunderbit. If you're using percentages, you don't actually need those areas there. You can just copy and paste that code directly into this area here. But if you are looking for Fibonacci levels or something a little bit more variable, a little bit more dynamic, you will have to use those two bot areas here, which will be updated this evening. So you'll be able to connect directly to bots. That was me talking a lot as always. I hope that answered the question for bots. So now what I'll do is I'll go through a couple of questions. Yes, the same pair exchange. Right. The fair value gap, this one here, like I said, is just something that I'm working on in the background. I will release it this evening as well. It was just a meter to give you an idea of what fair value gaps are above or below you. As you can see, you're getting your dump here, for instance, the market dumps here, and whilst it's dumping, it's creating lots of fair value gaps, so your indicator crosses over and tells you that there's more chance, well, the chances are on the side of moving back up, which it did, and then as you're moving back up, you're creating many more fair value gaps here, whilst closing these ones here on the other side, and then it tells you that potentially it could dump because it's filled a load of these fair values and it's started to create them in the other direction. So as you can see, it's pretty much just telling you the probabilities of fair gaps. So that's integrated into this Smart Money Plus ABC beta. I will also make this one available, in the next couple of hours. Wait, so this is David's own bot. It's not really my bot, it's an Endless Margins bot. It's just that I've integrated it into the website and I'm helping to make it faster and things like that, just to make sure that we get the best possible entries. It is called DaviddTech bot at the top here, so you can find it easily, but it was always built for around DaviddTech, so yeah. Works with all other strategies as well, absolutely. It doesn't have to be DaviddTech. You can just connect any alerts to it, no problem whatsoever. Okay. Do you know approximately how long it takes for a trade to hit wunderbit? We're looking around 2 to 3 seconds at the moment. That seems to be the average. Like I said, it's newly added to the actual DaviddTech group. Well, the group, yeah, the Discord part of the community now. And my objective is to get the absolute best entries possible. Obviously, by getting better servers, closer servers, for servers with more capacity, etc., to get better entries. Okay, David is creating a new optimizer. No, not at the moment. We're waiting to see how things go with TradingView. Use it with AutoView. Yes, you can use it with AutoView as well. Absolutely. AutoView I like very much. Is a extension for Chrome, if I remember rightly. Taking entries, but the only thing that's a bit strange for me is if it all goes. If your computer turns off, I do wonder what happened, but I haven't had enough time to look at it myself. But I've had quite good. A couple of comments on it saying how good it has been to everybody, so it would work with AutoView as well. Yes. You just posted the link to an alternative to the optimizer. Thank you very much in the general chat on Discord. Thank you very much, Jeff. That's great. If you want to do trading stops, like I said, gets a bit more advanced. Something that I might add in the future for this strategy. But currently, there is plenty of ways to do it with things like, if you're looking to do it ByBit, it would be the best idea would be Alertatron for that kind of thing. How do you configure these stop loss and take profits with fibs? All you do is you literally leave it as it is, and then you choose here whether you want to take profits with Fibonacci or take profits with fixed percentage. You choose those ones here. Great question, I did forget to say that. You choose your stop loss and your Fibonacci, your stop loss and your take profits. Now obviously the stop loss says Fibonacci, but it is actually just that high candle that is in the Fibonacci algorithm that I used. So it would be the 0 level or 1 level, I guess, on Fibonacci. Yeah, so that would be for the stop loss, and then you're looking for a stop loss, either that or you can use fixed percentage. Don't need to change any code, it automatically recognizes what you've decided. You will, if you change it at any point, have to reset up the alerts on TradingView, but that's how you do it. I'm just going to have another quick glass of water. I'm going to turn down the volume. Okay, I hope everybody can still hear me again now. Can you show us how to use the smart money concepts with ABC? Smart money concepts, there's plenty of smart money concepts. If you mean the order blocks is something that I'm working a lot on at the moment. The idea of the smart money concepts that I'm building into this at the moment are things like fair value caps. So like I said, when an ABC pops up, I always look above where the position of the ABC is to make sure there's plenty of fair value gaps or maybe a order block. The order blocks show up, as I said, in green and red order blocks here. If they're above, that could be a potential target. I'm currently working on building a multi-time frame indicator with these order blocks so that we can refine them to smaller order blocks. But as you can see, ABCs often happen where order blocks are. Excuse me, I do apologize. Obviously talk too much, but the idea is that I use them more for targets than actually looking for price to come down, although it will be part of another setup that I will be talking about. There's plenty of setups in here. You can use things like breaks of structure, which you can get an entry here on a break of structure. You can also use change of character, which is small ABC patterns inside of breaks of structure, or you can use these order blocks as we come down and mitigate those order blocks. They're all parts of a smart money concept. I started off with the ABC because it's something that's very much Wyckofian as an idea, and something that I like to trade, as I said, and then I will go through things like order blocks and breaks of structure. I've been through breaks of structure, but potential entries on breaks of structure as I improve the alert system on the smart money indicator. But certainly is something that I will be looking at as we go along. Let's have a look. Can you set up dynamic leverage too? Yeah, absolutely. It's something that I did in the in my latest update of the boilerplate. So we could look to work out a calculation of risk and then work out a potential leverage for considering the size of your stop loss and things like that. Certainly could be something that I can add in the future. As I said, those kind of ideas are absolutely fantastic. If you don't mind just dropping them into the ABC improvements thread inside of Discord, it really helps me to concentrate on what everybody wants and helps me to find them easy so that I can just add them to the indicator. DaviddTech, yes you can. Yes we can. Great, you can add the Fibonacci's. Yeah, makes things a lot more dynamic. It seems to be absolutely brilliant on lower time frames and also those higher time frames that I said earlier. The Fibonacci's, when they're pulled out on the kite crypto method between the high and the very low, which is a lot of other people's methods as well, to be honest, actually. But those Fibonacci levels often do get met, even if it means that their position is much smaller. But certainly seems to be, they certainly seem to be very, very powerful. The strategy was set the stop loss and the TP based on Fibonacci levels. If you choose the fib and you're taking off profits, the stop loss instead of fixed percentage. Yeah. So the question was, if you change both of these to Fibonacci's, will these take profits on Fibonacci levels? And that is absolutely correct. It will take the level of the red line up here will be your stop loss. So that's the high, which is considered the zero line of the Fibonacci pool. And then you've got the Fibonacci levels here. It will take it at the golden pocket here. Maybe I should add a drop down as well, which will allow you to take it at the second one. Currently it takes it at the first level here, this one here. I need to add a note in there to tell everybody about that, but it actually takes profit on the yellow line there. Obviously you can just change that yellow line and it will take profit at that level instead. So if you've got a different one, maybe if you're a chart champion and you prefer the 066 for example, or something like that, you can put it on that instead, but it will add that there. You'll probably start with a TP fib and a stop loss at fixed percentage. Absolutely, that's possible as well. You can mix and match, and like I said, as I go along, I'll find more confluence, more ideas for taking profits like I have in the past, risk to rewards, things like that, which I'll add as well as I go along. How about setting stop loss as a lower percentage or percent higher than the previous candle? Yeah, that would be a good idea as well, like adding a percentage to that zero line there, maybe adding a couple of pips or a small percentage at the end. As always, I think that was from Crypto with Joe. Yep, that was. If you don't mind just adding that kind of idea to the ABC improvements, it helps me to find them, and I'll add those, no problem whatsoever. Keep getting red exclamation marks on the 2-minute idea. Yes, my son 89. You need to update the indicator. I updated it about 3 hours ago, I believe it was. The most latest version won't have those problems at all. It was because of these lovely lines here. I didn't think about it at the time. The range lines here, where are they? I think I've gone too far down. No, that's it. The discount range here. I was on the 15-minute when I was building it, and that had no problem whatsoever. When you go down to like the 1 minute or 2 minute, that 1 minute line could be absolutely miles away, or kilometers away, depending on where you're from, going back, and that means that a line's just too long for TradingView to estimate it. So what I've done is just limited it to these the candles here. If you do go to the lower time frames, do remember these highs and lows can look very, very far away, so you'll have to scroll up and down to find them. How do I get these indicators? Vlad has just replied to you. Currently no way to have 2 XTPs. No, currently there's only one take profit, but it will be very easy for me to code in the 2. Then I'd have to work out a way of you being able to work out how much you want to take on each of them. It'll be for the next version. I'll add in multiple take profits for the next version. Cool. I believe that I've been through most questions here. I guess the best idea is the DaviddTech bots. You can go to david.tech/bots to find that. Like I said, the 2-minute scalper that I've been testing, I will continue testing as of this evening. If it doesn't work out the way I want it to, I'll tell everybody. But it was worth testing. If anybody's got any questions, I'll quite happily try to answer them as best as I can, and then we'll go over to talk to Vlad when I phone him on Discord. You're amazing for doing all that. Thank you very much, Joe. That's very, very nice of you. I'm happy. It's been a great run. I'm very happy that we've found some absolutely excellent indicators, and everybody seems to be, like I show on this one here, we seem to be getting great entries, lots of profitable entries. There was a screenshot that I had earlier. If you go through Discord, you'll be able to see we're all sharing the wins and the losses, because obviously the losses are as important as the wins, because we learn from our losses, and I also will be able to improve the indicator if you share your losses and tell me why you believe that you got a loss. Maybe we can find some Confluence or something. Like I said, I don't want to add too many Confluence, because otherwise it may just create an indicator that will never take an entry, but we certainly would look at discussions of building, improving the detection of ABCs, or adding ratios and things like that. Maybe that would help us. Can you explain how directly using Confluence section on the bot? How I do direct using Confluence section using the bot? Yeah, so what happens is you choose, if you go to the settings here, you choose what Confluence you want to add. Now I've got a small list at the moment. There's the fair value gap meter, which is the one that I've built. You have the discount and the premium sections, which are the things here, this area here, which is the overbought and the oversold sections. We have the water utter, the wave trends, the TSI, and the smart money concepts B algo. You can choose any of those. When you choose them, you can choose lookbacks and things like that, and it will filter out any trades. Any trades that are filtered out obviously will not be alerted to the bot system. Any trades that are valid will get an alert, and that alert will automatically trigger your trade on TradingView. I believe that I lost the internet for a couple of seconds there. I'm not sure. It seems to be back. Okay. Would you mind make some more tests on FOREX? Yeah, we can go through FOREX together on the next stream. I'll quite happily go through and spend a couple of hours doing a stream like this whilst we go through FOREX. The idea of smart money concepts actually is based on FOREX. The ABC isn't, it is, because let me try and pull up a web page here very, very quickly over here. Well, it's all very much based on Wyckoff, but the ABC pattern is based also on Trader VIX Trader Vic here. Trader Vic, you can go to this YouTube channel. Let me put the link here. It's very much based on this pattern as well, except for we're taking the entry at the line and not above. You can also take the above as well, but let me just post that link here in the... So Trader Vic, it's very much the same sort of strategy as well, which was based on Forex. So right, let me have a look, see if there's any other questions, and if not, I will get on to the chart room dedicated to Forex. Yes, there is a room that is dedicated to Forex. There are a couple of traders that have been giving us, putting a couple of screenshots of wins and losses is Forex as well, which is great. I know, but I'm on the phone, I have no access to Discord channel. What filters am I using? Currently I use on bots. I'm going to be using fair value gap, meter, and the Discord premium, and that's the only ones I'm going to be using, those two there. Because your premium, I'm going to be testing strict first, on back, zero look back. Those two are the only ones I'm going to be using. Oh yeah, as Vlad said, also we have inside Discord. Let me try and find a couple here. External inside Discord. If you go to the announcement channel, I will be putting these on the website. Let me try and find them very quickly for everybody. Downloads here, educational. We have a ton of great created for us by a lady called Andrea. She's made all of these PDFs, which are absolutely fantastic for helping to understand what we're actually trading. They're all inside of the announcement channel. There's like 10 of them. We have ABC patterns, Elliott wave, all of those kind of things. They're all downloadable inside of the Discord channel. You can download them, and it helps just while to have them at the side of you whilst trading. Hopefully there's this one here, which is the ABC pattern. If I can make that slightly smaller, ABC pattern. There's loads of them, absolutely tons of these, which she made for us, which was absolutely fantastic. So thank you to her, fantastic, very talented graphic designer. Hi, I'm a member. What is the meaning of BOSS? BOSS means break of structure. So we have market structural breaks, MSBs, which I'm adding at the moment, and also BOSS. So the idea is when a previous high is broken, so we break here. As I said a second ago, there's PDFs in the Discord that's explaining this. As we break a previous high, we're breaking structure, meaning that we're creating a bullish pattern. Everything's based on market structure. CHOCH is change of character. Change of character is very much the same as ABC patterns and also breaks of structure, just on a very small pivot range, very small lower time frame, looking for those extras. So if I was trading looking for a trading strategy on breaks of structure, maybe something that was a bit more confirmed than a ABC, for instance, I'd wait for a break of structure here, and as we come back down, I'd actually look and come maybe below that previous break of structure. You can look for a change of character for an entry, which would give you this entry here, which would actually give you a very good entry here as well. That's a short. Would give you a great entry here as well on a change of character, which could potentially give you a great entry for maybe targeting an order block above or something like that, giving you a risk to reward of 8 on that one. So that's another great entry as well. There's also these order blocks, which are green things here, which we'll also talk about, which the theory behind them is institutional orders all mounting up and being taken in different places inside of the market, creating bullish patterns where they protect those lows, creating these green areas, and we wait until we come back down and test them for it to pump back up. As you can see, they test and push back up in general. There's something else that we're looking at as we go along. Boss can also be an ABC as well. Yeah, so what happens with a boss is if the pattern reverses against you, it creates an ABC where we're creating accumulation areas and distribution areas. Those are the higher areas in the charts or the lower areas in the charts. So for instance, there'll be what we could consider as overbought or oversold areas. Those oversold areas will create ABCs, and those where market institutions, or like I said, big banks, or whatever you want to call them, composite man, they create lots of orders and then push the market down to liquidate orders, looking for the liquidity and to take out any stop losses, etc. Creating a low before pushing it up higher or lower. That's what an ABC is actually trying to detect. No problem whatsoever. So just very quickly, if you're looking for more documentation, if you go to YouTube, this is where Peppa Pig comes up because my daughter's been on here. Here we go, there we go. Let's go directly to this one here. Okay, if you're looking for more documentation and things like that about ABC, this is the guy here where the idea comes from. He's a very, very talented trader. He comes and trades like once a week online. I certainly suggest going to have a look at his documents. Another one that talks a lot about these kinds of method is ICT trading, which is the inner circle trader. Talks very much about the exactly same concepts, so I certainly suggest go and have a look at both of those. Right, I guess the best idea now, unless anybody's got any other questions, is to get on with this giveaway. We're giving away, like I said, a treasure, which is a hardware wallet. One of these things here. If I put one of these things here to keep your crypto on, we've been kindly given away a couple from Treasure directly. They are a way of storing your treasure, your crypto, as I said, on a hardware wallet. Very, very convenient. You've got a couple of buttons on the front here to confirm releases of funds and things like that, transfers of funds. Much easier than having to take money out of things like Binance, where you have to use double authentications and things like that. It's a very good system, I believe. Something that I like. It also has, I believe, if I remember rightly, I've had mine for about 2 years, I believe now. They are based on an open source system, so you can actually go and have a look at their code if that's something that's interesting to you. It also means that they're audited quite often by other developers to see if their system is secure, which is something that I admire coming from the open source world myself. So what I'm going to do is, as it says, I'm going to try and get hold of Vlad. I do hope that this, be very careful of your ears, because generally when I try to call people on directly on Discord, it generally doesn't work very well on YouTube. So hopefully this will work. Hello, Vlad.
Hello?
Alright, how you going, mate?
Can you hear me, David?
I can indeed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. I hope I didn't blow your ear during this time.
Okay, let me just unplug that. Right. If anybody in the chat could just tell me if you can hear Vlad without exploding anybody's speakers or anything like that. And we'll get on with the giveaway. Just yes, volume is good. Great, fantastic. Wow, that's the first time it's ever been a success. Okay, right. Okay.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'll let you over to you, Vlad.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, guys, hi, my name is Vlad. In case you don't know me, I would like first to thank each and every of you who are supporting us, who are watching our videos, who are giving our videos a like on YouTube, or following us on Twitter or any social media platform. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible at all. I would like to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you, pretty much everyone, even you guys who are just watching right now. Thank you again. Right now, we're going to close today's giveaway. We had an open giveaway until now that we were giving away one treasure wallet. So if you guys did the testimonial review on our Discord, you most probably are going to win a treasure wallet giveaway. If David is if David is kind enough to open up the Excel file and open up the random.rog
I have it already done
platform.
here on the screen, ready for everybody. Yep, so I've just so that everybody knows, Vlad is more than a community member. He also, he's a community manager. He helps me with Discord. He organises all of these events and things like that. Does poker nights and things like that inside the Discord if you're interested to join, talk about trading and things like that whilst playing poker and things like that. So thank you very much, Vlad, for everything you do as well. Okay, so I have a wheel of fortune on my screen that everybody can see. As soon as you're ready, I'll press the button and we'll draw the winner of the crypto wallet. I guess it's ready for it. Ready? Drum roll. I haven't got a drum.
Drums.
Let's go. Okay. Mastodon, you have won a crypto wallet. Congratulations to you. Vlad will be reaching out to you. Congratulations thank you very much to everybody for all of the kind words that you put into Discord for us. It's been fantastic working with everybody. Thank you for all of the lovely testimonials and things like that. I will do lots of these giveaways as soon as I can get anything, or even if I can't get it, I do them weekly. Congratulations to you, and I will continue adding as many giveaways as possible. Apparently your voice is a bit choppy, Vlad, but thank you very much once again to yourself. You do a great job. Thank you for everything you do inside the community. Vlad will get in contact with you, and that will be directly sent to you by the guys at Treasure. So I guess that's pretty much it, unless anybody anybody else has any questions. And other than that, I will leave you as always to your weekend. I look forward to seeing everybody.
David, do not forget about there comes myself. We also have a giveaway for you guys.
Oh yes, of course. Fred's about to copy and paste I'll do it, Fred, for you. Copy and
Please
paste.
show on the screen if possible.
It's on the screen. It's on the screen. Do you want me to copy and paste the link into YouTube?
I can do it myself, no problem.
Done. Okay.
Okay, so guys, we are ready now for another giveaway. We're pretty much giving the second treasure wallet away. What you have to do is complete some really simple tasks, visiting some pages, giving a share, giving a like, which is enormously appreciated. I would like to thank you for each and every of you for contributing to this awesome project, community, family, however would you like to call it. I'm gonna leave it to David. See you guys on Discord. Happy to talk to you anytime.
Thank you.
Back to you, David.
Yes, thank you very much, Fred. Right, I'm just going to cut off the mic so it doesn't chop anymore. Hopefully. Okay, yes. Thank you very much, Fred. As always, thank you. Congratulations. to the winner. Like I said, Vlad will get in contact with you, and we'll continue these giveaways. I did giveaways last week where we had many more of the winners than this one, but thank you very much to everybody for joining me. I hope that I've managed to answer most of your questions. As always, the indicators are built on your input, so please, if you have any great ideas that you want to share with me, please don't hesitate to drop me a message or add into the ABC improvements. Thank you very much. I have to say, I normally say keep safe, keep coding, but today I've been told I have to say trade like a boss. Okay, have a good day. Take care. Goodbye. Woo. Oh, I can't reach the screen. Bye.
Cold outside, it's colder in here. I made ice from my tears. No, don't assume I don't, just because I won't fall in. Maybe after this we can call it quits, destiny.